once again to see how well the Cool brothers play out here on mousesports. We talked about the Frozen Rops combo. Statistically, they're the best two performers here for Mouse as well, so they need to see activation as well. Already fast play in from mousesports over towards A. Nobody home to really contest here from FaZe. The smoke segmenting, and Dexter will find rain through the gap.
Meanwhile, Brokey's able to do the same. He's taken another man down, so if you thought that smoke was intentional, I suppose there are those mistakes coming in. Carrigan gets a goosh to the head with the smoke himself, giving out the one way for coldzera. It's time to go for the retake. All three players coming from the same angle. Question is, can they take down Frozen? He's lying right underneath them, gets himself the first. coldzera pushing through, but Twist and Brokey are the ones to get the frag. Acor Beamers left alone, trying to fight back. Acor now in a 1v2 would really like to redeem himself for that previous map, but redemption will not arrive, and the round win for FaZe will be there, even if mousesports do get the bomb plant.
Yeah, really solid stuff there from FaZe on the retake. You know, it felt like they got caught out by just how quickly paced that was from Mouse, but already in positions where they could turn that into a retake arrangement, muster up their forces together, and with the gap in the smoke, you know, that's a bit of a misstep there from Mouse to allow that fight to happen. It actually ended up being a troublesome angle because they would have wanted to get into more secure after plants as well.
Cool. Of course, like I mentioned before, it's him and Rain generally on that upper bomb side, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing how mousesports chooses to try and attack that. And outside is no less well guarded when you consider Twist and Brokey generally do hold hands and combine their forces for it. Long range against the Eagles can always be dicey, but he's able to clean it up nicely. Brokey, meanwhile, mixes out the timing on two players, and that could be dangerous. He hasn't actually seen the second one at all, so information has not quite been relayed. There are two players down under. Carrigan, meanwhile, does get Rops down and out. And mousesports are falling apart one by one.
Yeah, not really finding too much into this one. Dragon already there to meet them over at B. And he is a not so gracious host. Yeah, come on, Frozen. Delaying the inevitable. It's a second round for FaZe, and it's clean at that. The pistols reap no rewards. And now we move into rifles, where we will start to see some of the built-up progress here for mousesports, and whether there is going to be any. You know, we want to see Acor activated nice and early. Of course, T-side AWPing with it as well is going to slow the rounds out here for Mouse, and he should be relatively uncontested at these longer ranges, unless Brokey gets hyper-aggressive, which we've seen a bit more of a passive approach so far to this long position. Unlikely that he's going to be met with any particular scopage here from the CT side.
That is such a ridiculous word.
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of forced that one.
Maybe just a little bit.
Leaning
what's
wall of smokes,
out
though.
of victory, though. And that might be coming in through that wall of smokes. We'll have to wait to see what they're looking to do. No one in Garage to really be contesting. They have instead chosen to go down. And this is something Twist really likes to do, and I have to commend him for this. Twist is generally very fast to rotate back down under. He loves to play this position, but that can make it predictable sometimes, so you've got to be careful. Carrigan, Brokey, both of them as well, looking to first go for the lobby pins before they retreat back into the lower bomb site. Just get as much info as they possibly can, because everyone from mousesports is waiting underneath. Rops will fall, and that's a big kill to find, but that should be when they pull the trigger for this lower bomb site.
It's all about drawing attention away from Twist as well. Brokey going to try and be the first one to face, and long-range duel. Brokey wins it on Acor. They knew Twist was there as well, so they flushed him out, and Brokey gets nothing further for his troubles. Bomb should be able to go down in that smoke, and Rain and Cold are close together.
This retake's going to be so difficult. No Molotovs, no kid. There might be a kid on the floor. Yeah, there is one right there. But even so, without the Molotovs, it's so difficult to retake into this. So many small angles where someone can be nestled away. And mousesports, they're just playing it passively. Waiting completely. Rain dodges bullets. Doing his best Superman impression. But the bomb is sticking away. Flashbang down below. coldzera is backing off. Rain has to go for it. Gets the first, but can't get more. And that has to be a read coming through. Dexter just pre-fires Twist's angle. Takes him down immediately. And that's what I said. Twist really likes to play that one, and sometimes that can come back to bite you.
Yeah, and you can see how prepared they were as well to get aggro towards lobby. They knew that where Rops was likely to be positioned, so already we're seeing some of the preparation and isolating players into the mid-round. Good thing that Brokey was there to kind of sweep up some of the pieces, but mousesports do get a handle on it nonetheless. Pistols, Deagles, we've seen them see success on these particular rounds. Well, it's noise made, so Brokey just pops his head up. Rifle gone. Had the chance to maybe recover that because the trade wasn't going to be too available. But taking a more passive approach. Ramp control does work its way into the mousesports camp. And they have the opportunity as well to move towards the heavens. But look how they've grouped up.
The bomb. Oh, Bemis will find the first. So Bemis right around the corner to keep A-core defended. For a second, it looked like they might have found the timing where Bemis was looking over the hill, but not quite there.
Yeah, nothing really going their way this particular moment. Look over B will lean them that direction. Cold will ask for some backup. Yeah, I'm really thinking it's B. Just still not really convinced. Not wanting to make too many steps either. Could be still working about.
Are you sure, Cole?
Ah, you've got it right.
Cole just turns around and tells him, I beat Liquid twice in a major, all right? Come over here when I tell you to. Of course, Twist's not part of those legendary Liquid lineups, but can you imagine Cole just turns around and says that to Twist sometime? Oh, not quite like
snaps at him.
Yeah.
You be quiet, you young blood.
We'll find one shot at least. Dexter goes down in the meanwhile, and that's a good old containment, but the team seems to be able to back up pretty safely. Not really too much threat. Bemis finally puts him down, and with that, mousesports will keep 3 players alive. Of course, T-side economy, pretty robust in general, but good to build it up where you can.
Something that Mouse have really needed to fix, I suppose, in their play. I think it's been talked about as well, the losing rounds where they really shouldn't. And it does feel like that has plagued them so far in the transitionary period. But that's also one of the harder ones to deal with, especially with so many teams being that much better in those rounds as well.
Yeah.
Has been just isolated as one of the weaknesses. Smokes outside once again here for Mouse. Not going to be the same wall. Through the fake cross smokes. The red container, now the leaning. A little bit of variation thrown their way.
No utility left on FaZe. They're going to have to get aggressive, and they only have one flashbang to do it as well. They don't have kits either, so you're really looking.
I'm just going to correct, because it was actually a molly smoke thrown red container by FaZe. You know, trying to fake out that there's somebody pushed up outside red, but nobody on Mouse is going to really read into that because there's nobody out there.
That was one of their few Molotovs. A-core, nice shot coming out on the rain as Bemis goes through for the quick entry path. We'll find one. Carrigan to fall. Caldera on the flank. Could be big, but Robs is expecting it. And Brokey is the only one to get a kill so far. Even a Molotov at his feet means that can't really contribute too much more. And Twist in his retreat spots out Frozen. Will be peeking into him. Nice little double tap. But even so, CTs at this point not feeling too good about that one. Like you said, they used their only Molotov, I believe it was, for that. Maybe they had two.
I wasn't sure if it was their Molotov or if it was one that was thrown by Miles, but the smoke was thrown to sort of fake out, I think, that there was somebody trying to keep themselves alive. Just doing the math, you know, there was still 2 smokes on Miles, so it didn't really make too much sense. I was like, wait a second, why is that one there?
That level was my first.
Yeah, nor mine. Apparently needed for an esports certification. Yeah. So we'll have to see how that
That's why we're
develops.
on the B stream, you know. That's why we're on the A stream.
Yeah, I've still not been certified myself.
Yeah, damn, man. Like machine sponge. Come on, guys.
How much sugar's in the drink? I need to know.
Well, FaZe are going to be needing some sugar if they keep losing out some rounds over here. 2 guns saved up. Do they force buy around it? No. Conservative is the approach they go for, despite how successful they have been in the past. Okay, Brokey. Nice attempt at the run boost. I feel like it's almost as fast as you get up on top yourself, but now he's flashed off, backs off, and that'll be it.
See, these weapons have too much impact.
Ooh.
Another position where Brokey, I mean, if he spotted, he gets the shot, sure. So even if he had gone down, Carrigan was in a position as well where it would be hard to expect him. So they would keep control of ramp. This guy's hands on a rifle himself as well. Reigns wants a dual hit as well. And so suddenly this becomes a full buy potentially here for FaZe. This is very tricky stuff. A 2-on-3.
And it's Bemis and Dexter to try and save the day. Now, one saving grace is that, you know, no kit, but hell, that shouldn't be a saving grace when you're playing a 5v2 when it comes to guns, at least. Bemis and Dexter just waiting away. Dexter has to be so careful, and they don't, but Dexter's got the first one. Brokey looking to peek out. Dexter with a 2K, though. Will drag them back in and back home. Brokey. Now it's back to the same mission he started the round with, save the op. But goddamn, mousesports. Goddamn, you can't keep playing with your fans' feelings like that.
Yeah, it's a deadly double from Dexter there that secures the round there for mousesports, but it's a 3K as well, where it feels like Dexter is stepping into the limelight a little bit as well in some of these crucial moments where Mouse do feel like they have potentially dropped the ball. You know, he's the one to pick that one back up, put it back in its container. I'm trying to think, like, where else would you put a ball?
Generally.
It's like, yeah, no, tennis balls come in like a tube, so I was kind of going with that one. Cold up top though, legged, but he finds the kill on Acor.
That's massive. Early on, Robs is forced onto the op instead. I'm sure he's not too unhappy with that, with the performance we saw in Mirage, but even so. Let's not forget, Acor had a terrible first match, so when he's going for those kind of confidence peaks, it's really important for him to get a kill, or, you know, at least get away with a leg shot. You know, that still makes you feel good about yourself. On T side of Nuke, you really need that confidence, honestly. One of the maps where people have been straying as far away, dear God.
Do the mind games run that deep?
Surely not.
Did they know that Cold would ask to be boosted up like that? Because that nade, oh my God, it could have killed him. Maybe should have.
It's a nade mousesports throws fairly often on Nuke, so I'm not sure, but hey, you know, one can believe. Right? Waiting now. He's the healthy boy. And with 40 seconds left, he's going to need a lot of that vitality to start coming through. 35 seconds on the clock. mousesports looking to commit Frozen with a flashbang prepped up. Rain looking to get himself a multi-kill. It's needed. Flashbang from himself goes out, blinds himself. What? Rain is still alive. Coldzera goes down. Rain to follow through. Carrigan dropping down onto the bomb side, waiting for them to start pushing into it. There's a flank coming in, but Brokey is now alone as Carrigan swings out and falls. But Brokey says hello, pops out, peeks in, betting a shot, but Rups on the op will still get it done. A one-on-one, a situation where it felt like Rain had the key, and when he fell down, you could see it all crumbling away. There was just a chance delivered by Brokey.
And you can see just how surprised FaZe were as well. That smoke fading, and then there he is, primed with the AWP. It could have really turned that one around. Oh, so close as well. I know the bullet that we see isn't indicative of where the bullet actually goes, but it was like right next to him. There was a world where that could have gone his way. mousesports having a pretty good run of things though, up to 5 already here on this T side. And nothing really all too big here from FaZe. They've got the shotgun. It's really been the Deegs that have been more difficult to deal with. Not this time around though.
At least not in Carrigan's hands. This could be... Oh, he's backing off. This could have been really big from him, though. Instead, he's expecting maybe a more upper-sided hit. Robs at least has been left to lurk. He is playing from inside HUD as well, so not really susceptible. Twist. What an angle! What an angle! But he didn't wait long enough. Can't get the kill. Brokey pushing through the Molotov, trying to get the frag, and at least he drops Acor. And look, I mean, that's a mental win. Nothing else. Oh, all right. Another quick frag coming through. FaZe kind of making sure that whatever happens at T-side economy will not be built up to a point where one gun round won't break it. But Rain needs at least one more kill to keep it at that stage. Rops on the side. Rops will fall. No, he won't actually.
Yeah, fall low.
Fall low. With more kills.
A little close. I think a step was made on the flank as well, so he was very hyper aware that Rops was going to be prepared for that one, but almost. Almost. It seemed like there was just a... I mean, that's not a round that FaZe really come into expecting to win, but it did feel as though they went for a little bit of information outside, then the wall of smokes went down, you know, Rain misses the timing. They did lean over towards A based on the information that they were given, because it was fairly sparse. It's not really a round we'll focus too much on, though. AWP out for Brokey once again. He's had a solid game thus far, 10 kills. Over on the other side, not having a good run of things. They have been kind of bullying Acor, I think, this series. I think it's fair to say. Either not giving him the opportunity to shoot at people, you know, forcing him to rotate, moving away from his positions, or just, you know, going through flames to kill him as well. It is as petty as that.
Right, guys, we have the any keto org pledge, guys. Come on, stop doing this to the poor guy. But Demus, well, he will be smacked on the back of his head by Twist this time over. Brokey waiting for any angle to close himself. Rain now down below, can't quite get the frags. Acor and Frozen instead just come through and double up. And Brokey, I mean, Brokey's just got to save at this point. And how many times have I said that? Only to have them go for more. This time will be different, though.
Yeah, these A-side bursts from Mouse have been so successful in the terms of getting the opening kills. The only troubles have been when, you know, there's maybe been some missed utility, or there's an additional player in one of the key spots like main or in towards the heavens that is contesting the site earlier. But Mouse have almost been accelerating the schedule in some of these rounds as well, and FaZe have been caught out by it.
And look, the A-side hits obviously either Rain or Cold isn't doing too well. And when you look at the scoreboard, as it'll be on your screen in just a minute after the replay, Cold's not doing that well. He's 3 and 7 only. You know, Rain obviously not too much better, but Rain still looks like he's getting a 1 kill in a 1 and done. Cold so far, can't really say the same for him. I mean, even looking frustrated on the screen, you can see that.
Yeah, some issues at the start of this one. I think there's been some discussion. I know Devil Walk has been a proponent of it. More recently... Hold that thought, sorry. A little aggro here from Brokey, and Rops there and prepared. So Brokey's gone, the AWP is down, and FaZe Clan now need to move into more passive positions. Start to read into this, because the information is going to be very limited. It's so early into this round to lose a player. Seeing if mousesports can convert. But there has been a conversation shifting towards how T-sided Nuke has kind of lent for teams that pick it. Yeah.
Not this again.
You wouldn't anticipate that it would be this game, but Mouse are kind of proving the other way. They may be converts themselves.
Bemis is well. Rain, perfect positioning to drop the bomb.
The bomb, yeah.
Grenade as well, prepped up, won't really find too much. They don't have a smoke, so they can't block it off. A minute left on the clock, and the CT side don't have utility. They have to defend this purely with their weapons, and Rain now being down to 40, he's just backing off, and I respect that. You don't want to bleed out anything in that situation. Cold as well. It will be hard to pull out of the corner. Acor is the only one with a Molotov, and with an AWP, he doesn't want to upscope. Adjust his aim, but Carrigan is the one who finds a frag. Rops has been lurking over towards that ramp area so many times over. This time he's red. He's just brought down.
Cold at the far vents, not going to go cleared. Molotov in Acor's hands, but so concerned about more conventional angles. Rain pulls it, and then Cold finds Dexter on a backstab, expecting something from the flank, maybe dodging flashes as well. Frozen now left to clutch, and he won't get it. It's a third round here from FaZe. It was a good opportunity at the start. You know, that was a 5-on-4 where Mouse had all of the opportunity there to readjust how they wanted to approach that round. It felt like FaZe were a little flustered, but that fight where they dropped that bomb in towards lobby turned the tide.
It's especially a 5v4 without the person who's fragging up the most. Brokey on FaZe Clan. I have to say, in the past few Nuke matches I've seen of FaZe, Brokey is generally the person who's sitting on the top of the scoreboard, which is so hard to say when you've got players like Twists on your team. But he really does excel to a ridiculous degree on this map. And, you know, you can see it over here as well. He seems to be the only person who's really keeping neck to neck. But now that, you know, the players may be starting to feel a little bit more, getting slightly more aggressive in those disadvantaged situations, could this be where FaZe have the solution to the mousesports repeated upper hits? We'll have to wait to see.
Yeah, it is. It's still a little. We need to see proof of concept first, right? I will admire that Carrigan has been inserting himself into the action fairly frequently as well on these CT rounds.
Yeah.
And when they
Very
want to
active.
recontest, yeah, when they want to recontest a particular position, Carrigan's there with his teammate. And finding frags as well.
This time Broky's playing from inside the A side. Rain a little bit more aggressive towards the hut. Would love to see Broky just walk forward for that slow up peak. Nade. Deep forward.
Threw the Molotov preemptively outside to try and deny the wall of smokes here from Mouse, but the timing is slightly different. This was, you can see him staring at the air, hoping that one would sail over. But no, Miles are gonna have safe passage over towards Secret if they so choose.
Surprising to see the Molotov thrown that early. You generally do wait to see the smoke meter because it's got a very long trajectory, but I mean, I could see why. Maybe from that angle you can't see it, actually. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to speak out of turn. 45 seconds and mousesports once again. Slowed down.
Miss smoke as well.
That's meant to be there.
Supposed to land lockers. It is now an angle they need to be concerned about because they wanted to wrap towards the heavens, or rather hell. They are going to find twists, though.
Carrigan's got to step up. He lines them up, but Dexter still gets the kill. And now mousesports are en route. Despite a miss smoke, they're able to find the frags they need, and down the ramp they go. 20 seconds on the clock, and FaZe will not be able to be there in time to deny the bomb plot. Attempt will be made regardless. They're over in decontamination. Rain and Brokey have moved through. Op has been allowed to get the frag. What a way to open the door, but the flashbangs miss, and the bomb is planted. Rops finds cold, and it's back to a 4v2. It's all reset, despite that wonderful door opening play from Rain and Brokey to deny the bomb plant, but the flashbang being missed, that could be the difference maker.
Yeah, it's just not on the key player that they needed to find, and then by the time they're able to gather after that first frag, that bomb's getting planted down other side of the silo. It would have been a hard one to contest. So now moving to save, and Miles will look to deny. Once again, Rob's on the lurk. You know that he loves to do it.
I swear.
Oh, heard the scope.
God.
Knows where he is. Come on, run at him. He's been holding the shift key
have,
all round.
Yeah. That's why he's so cool, man. He's never in a rush to go anywhere.
Yeah, just walking everywhere.
Yeah, waltzing around, chilling like a villain. But he is a villain for FaZe right now. It seems like every time they can, breathe a bit of air, he just comes in from behind one way or another, stabs him in the back, stabs him in the dark. This time, though, it was just some fantastic entries coming out from Frozen and Dexter to give them all the control they needed.
More informative position here for Twist. Playing fairly far back over towards this outside position or in towards main. Now can hear the steps in towards Secret. Knows what's up. Carrigan moving into position. Trying to meet them.
Brokey's also nearby. And so is Cold. They're all starting to descend down, but Rops, if he goes up into the upper bomb site, he'll notice that it is only occupied by Rain. And with a minute and 15 left, we know Mouse likes to slow things down. This would be the perfect opportunity to do so. Carrigan in a great position, but Brokey's playing for a very difficult angle. 55 seconds, door is open. Oh, is ready. Acor was expecting Brokey to be there. Takes him down immediately now. It is up to Carrigan, and he can't find the frag. Frozen from Decon will take him down, and the bomb will be planted. There's no way to stop it. And again and again and again, FaZe Clan are pushed into a position where they have to question, do we save or do we go? And it might be a few too many saves. And this might be just another one of them.
Yeah, a 9th for Mouse on this T side. And that conversation I was trying to discuss before, I was trying to think of the other coach that was a proponent for it. Devil Walk and Vendetta. I was going to say Holzerk, like that was in my mind. I was like, no, that's a player under him. But they see a lot of success on the T side. of Nuke, and you can see it can be very, very hard to get a handle on it as well if you don't have success in the initial site hold. So far, Mouse have been bursting into these bomb sites and finding the entries. You can see how aware they are as well of the more conventional spots that FaZe are likely to go for.
Sure.
Especially towards the rafters, right? We saw Twist getting fully cleared out. They were so prepared as well for Carrigan on the peak.
Right, there's so much reading going on over here. mousesports is going to walk out of here esports certified.
Yeah, I feel like I entered the library and I'm not there to study. I just want to see everybody else do work. Sounds like a very creepy way to phrase it, to be honest.
A little bit. Just watch them silently on their books, yeah? Yeah, you read that book, baby. Now,
yeah, I'm just here on the computer watching them.
mousesports. Robs is not going to be laughing away too much, so as he's been smoked off. Meanwhile, his teammates are looking to maybe get into the garage, also where Michael spends a lot of his time. But Frozen waits from inside. Mid and 15, and again, no sight lines really exchanged between these teams.
Yeah, has he slipped past the net? They know he's there as well.
Robs will find Cold.
Oh, he spotted out Twist. Oh, this is big massive. For Frozen.
Oh, he missed the timing though. He has to now instead try and work off of Hell if he can get there. Maybe even look to climb up into the heavens. Frozen is considering it for sure. And with the op ringing out, he knows there's no one there. It's now 5v3 and he's in the perfect position to finish it all down. He sees Twist. This time it's a labored spray, but he gets it anyway. Brokey right underneath. Can't scope where he'll reveal the position. Now peeks out, but it's Acore to kill his own teammate. His teammate leader will fall, but Carrigan can't save the day despite internal conflicts. mousesports lends them a hand. And FaZe still can't use it to clap.
Oh my god, that could have been the worst way to lose out a round as well if that had shifted, right? Acore shooting his teammate in the back of the head, but it almost looked like they lined up as well for Brokey. So even if that had come through and Brokey got the frag, I mean, they were in a great position to deny much more of the progression there for mousesports when it felt like they held all of the cards.
Frozen coming into garage and through the side, it's just perfectly done by him. And that's where you really want to know the comms. You really want to know how much of that was a read, how much of that was, okay, I know that this is where Twist does. Because we know Yekindar is a player who's talked a lot about finding these weird little timings, beating out opponents. Rops will take all Rops. How do you always know? He's just so smart. Indeed.
Well, they had limited util coming into this one, and they've expended quite a bit. Just trying to keep grips on this A bomb like Cold. Once again, aggro lobby, but this time Acore prepared. They just can't get anything going.
Yeah.
Contained to 3 rounds so far, and not looking postured up for more. I mean, this is dominant.
If Rain goes down here, they're not going to have a proper buy in the next one either. So you know mousesports would be looking to hunt. They've got money for days. And, you know, Baseline is at the end of their days. And, Michael, we're getting into territory where, you know, we've seen FaZe try to make these adjustments. You know, Cold's not doing that well. Put him in a different angle. Alright, he's doing slightly better. But then suddenly Brokey's only got 1 kill in the past, 6 rounds? He was 10 and 5 earlier. Now, he's sitting a little bit less pretty on 11 and 8. Just not finding these engagements, not finding these opportunities. How many times have we seen him on the save because he's just not able to get to the low bomb side in time? We praise mousesports' upper bomb side aggression. Turns out they're not bad at taking outside and scaling into B either.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're being tested all too much. I love the double swing as well there from Mouse. Make sure that those weapons aren't brought forward into the last round of the half. I mean, look at this buy. They've already had enough issues dealing with the bursting potential there for Mouse. You know, they've had these opportunities as well for flanks in this T side. That's only come through in the last few rounds. And maybe that's as well the fact that they haven't been able to get stability here on the CT side. That, you know, the net has... They found a few holes in it, but they don't quite know where.
desperation from Rain. Honestly, he's looking for anything he can find. He can't be feeling too good about it. Carrigan, he's on the corner. Smoke, and he's caught with it in his hand. Rups is going for more. On the entry, he's got 2 goals. Can get 1 short, but it's Consolation City, and it's one where you don't really get money winners. At least Twist makes it look doable. And Rain's got to find it. Sees the shadow, gets it done. Suddenly, back to a 2v2. Even Steven, but can they still squeak it out? mousesports has so much map control. FaZe, both their players are clustered inside. Rain still not able to recover the weapon, and Dexter, I don't even need to talk about Dexter. He's over in heaven.
They're ready though. See, Twist is angled for it.
They are, but they need to find the kills. Twist has got the timing perfect, but it's back to 1v1. Frozen waiting. He knows! Frozen knows! It's 12-3. mousesports are dominating, and we've got to go to a break to see what they can do in the second half.
Welcome back. It is the second half, and it's a 12-3 half. This is first pick territory for both of these teams, but it was brought forward for Mouse, and we're seeing why. The domination on that T side wasn't without its bumps and issues, to be honest. There were a lot of late round wins there for Mouse, and we're seeing if FaZe can replicate that here on this T side. But I'm going to hold with bated breath, because it doesn't feel like we're seeing that same level from them that we saw in the first map.
I mean, even our betting partners over at 1xBet think that the odds have shifted back to being even Steven for the series. Rups, meanwhile. Oh my god, Rups, what was that? He's even looking for more, not needed, as Acor will finish off Gold Zero. What in the world? God, he's feeling it. Rain now will find Frozen, not checking his side, and Acor and Dexter Shut it down. Mouse Sports go forward. They save a Molotov. They have 3 players with full Kevlar as well. That's money. That is money.
Yeah, it looks like they just want to make this a fast one, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's going to go into territories
God,
where
look at
we
that
wouldn't even expected this to make it through the veto process. Really putting to the test here in the first day, that overpass. Still gonna have to wait to see that one. Miles wanting to close this one out quickly. May not be given permission. Rops, XM, smoke down. Wants to play behind it, but nobody from FaZe is speeding things up. Cole's in the tight tuck. Legs?
Oh.
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 Not spotting the kicks of Cold.
Oh, Echo will find office in smoke regardless. Dexter, meanwhile, backs off to a little bit more safety. Let's not forget Mouse Sports, as well as they have been doing, still did display a bit of a tendency to, have some closer rounds in situations where perhaps you'd rather they were more dominant even in the first half. Things did end up looking better for them as time went on, but CD side can be a whole different beast, and let's not forget about that. Cold, inching through. Rops has no idea how to he doesn't, but the missed shots at Rops! He is immortal! He is unkillable! He is flicking the hands, and Cole hasn't had a great game so far, and that one just displayed it. Can't feel good about that. 38 seconds. I'm sure we'll see a replay of his face after that as well. I hope we do at least. But yeah.
If it's as much pain as I just expressed, I wouldn't be surprised. Carrigan gets nothing. Bomb planted over at B though, so some extra money goes a long way, but they were hoping for more. Had the chances at it. Brokey closing that gap, finishes off the job. Not gonna fall into the same trap. 2 on 3, and Rain looking to get aggressive.
He's in a perfect position to take down A-Core. Brokey as well, now defensible. There goes a smoke if I'm not wrong. Maybe even just a decoy, never mind. Bomb defuse, faked out. Rain takes out Dexter, and Bemis will find Brokey in the meanwhile, but no kit means there's no way to win this. Rain spots out the fact that he's backing off, and despite a monstrous whiff from Colterra, Mouse Sports fall prey to an old ailment.
Yeah, it's the force buys. That is always, it seems like something that they've had issues with throughout. Said it a few times already. And while it still feels as though Mouse should be able to close this one out, they just have to creep one in there, at the very least. Slide it in. Because we saw how tumultuous that T side was for them as well. There were some really close rounds, and it didn't feel like until the very end that they got their economy stabilized. But a good lifeline given up for FaZe to try and close in on that gap. Entry outside, A-Core is gone, and the bias from Miles wasn't that great either.
Ops' position could be massive though if he goes unchecked. Even if he doesn't, we know how Crispy's looked so far. Cold, once again, very similar to Rups, just holding in towards the back of the lobby, but as soon as he spots the player out, he will be backing off, not really feeling confident in taking those deals, and after the game he's had, I respect that, man. You've got to know when to bring your B game instead of your S game, but Twist now leading the charge in. Rups will come out on top. Very strong angle. And he will persevere, and an AK will be his reward. Cole now has to start moving back into the lobby. His position is known, and it's 4v4. Now to 3. He has to be one of the prongs of attack. Bemis, meanwhile, the massive spot for him to be at. Can he make his way down in time? No, he can't. Just doesn't quite have it. Dexter as well. Will not know that Brokey's been boosted up here. And well, he's not gonna have to contend with Dexter. Dexter might just be backing off to save.
Good awareness from Cold as well, just to hold in on that flank, managing all of the angles that he needs to. Right, radio aggression, the deep flank from outside, and the ladder, I suppose, as well. Don't think he would have been predicting that one in particular. On a very conventional route to take.
Yeah, but you just see a random pair of legs sticking out in midair.
Yeah, and that's either a ghost or somebody trying to be a bit tricky.
It's always a ghost for me because my bullets just go through the person. Doesn't ever hit him.
Ladder movement, it's hard to master. Very few have.
Indeed.
You've been seeing a lot of players actually adopting, you know, the fast climb, but the staggered fast climb to minimize noise. Also harder to hit as well because your model is changing acceleration very frequently.
Yeah.
Be good to see, in all honesty. So I feel like ladders have been underutilized in per play for far too long. Not for lack of trying, but
that's right. But we're not all KZ freaks.
yeah,
like us.
I know.
Question is, can FaZe Clan be the aim god freaks we know that they have been to bring it back? Because look, Karrigan falls over here. If there's one thing I wouldn't really say Karrigan is legendary in, hold that thought, because Frozen had to hit that shot. If he took another man down, suddenly becomes a lot easier for Dexter. Dexter still at a great angle, catches Cold midair, shuts him down into 4 versus 3. A-Core, USP not as useful, but it is Rops behind Decon. Rain will fall, bomb is dropped, and suddenly things are flipping on their head. mousesports seems to be the one who should be able to take away this force buy.
And it's from that one rifle as well. Yeah, this is not a good look here for FaZe. No smokes as well, so the fact that these doors are wide open. Not to mention that flank is a vulnerability as well. Mouse have these opportunities. It's all about the timings. Frozen just playing passive. They're going to be allowed to get their hands on this bomb, but they'll have the numbers advantage afterwards.
38 seconds. Frozen coming in from behind, like you mentioned. Going for it, but he misses another shot. Twist is left alone. 1v3 gets 2. Looked like it was doable. Rups was so damn low. But with a 4K and the save rifle, he's just able to take it away. And that all comes down to the previous round, where with the Deagle, he's able to find Twist isolated.
And it doesn't have to be the dynamic duo here of Mouse to be leading that charge, but Rops is right there at the forefront. You know, 19 kills before that round, but has extremely high impact with that saved over weapon. And, you know, there's a bit of redemption in that fact. They lost a force buy to start off the CT side half. Now it's not even a force buy. It's a little bit, kind of one worse. The fact that the one recovered weapon has such a high level of implication.
At least FaZe have a buy. So you can't really say they're facing off versus potential map point without one.
Not far from it, though.
Yeah. Can't be feeling good, that's for sure. But like I was saying, you know, Karrigan has many things on, and I want to give the disclaimer, I'm a massive fan of Karrigan. But one thing he's not necessarily known for is, you know, massive comebacks against all odds. Yeah, there's been a few of those, but never all that many.
A few of those done against him.
Indeed. Indeed. But we don't talk about those. Ryan from Rush B Media does it enough. mousesports still with the man advantage, slowing things down, playing a bit more passively. A-Core spots out the shoulder peek and shuts him down immediately. That's one thing which he's been really good about, and even goes for 2 with that bomb being dropped, and FaZe lands his opportunities to win this round seem to be non-existent when Twist misses that flick, going for another attempt at it, but A-Core's just going to come in, back off, play from inside the heavens or the hell, depending on wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, neither of them has a clear path towards this bomb. At least none that they'll quickly realize. 30 seconds. Yeah. You can see how contained they are in towards these bomb sites. The objective has to be for FaZe to crack on in, and they have limited time and resources. Twist trying to lead the charge, Galil in hand. He's going to get caught on the side swipe. Rain there to trade. He's only going to get the 1. A 15th round here for Mouse. This has been really strong stuff in the second map. We know we're not seeing the activations we saw in the first from FaZe. Even with this being first pick material for them coming into this series, Mouse showing such dominance in especially these late round decisions that they're making and the late round duels.
Yeah, we also have to keep in mind, FaZe forget activations here, you know, non-existent at this point. Even Brokey is sitting on 12 and 13 from 10 and 5. Even, you know,
you have to
the highest on
the
the
monster first map
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
The highest performer they have right now is Rain with 13 kills, and that just tells you the story. 20 rounds and 30 kills. Gold at least will be able to add one more. And A-Core, that's a nice little micro adjustment. Backs off immediately as well. Rups will be forced back with the Molotov bomb. Landed safely, but the retake is on. Carrigan is gone. A 3-on-4. What can FaZe even do? Guns can't be recovered. They've only taken one out of the enemy hands, in all fairness, but there comes out the one-way smoke. Bemis as well, waiting from inside the vents just to start pushing out. Rain is expecting it, but will he be able to even get the frag as he peeks out? Rain sees Bemis. Bemis is wasting time. Chris is alone, and with the flashbang, Bemis has got it done. mousesports does it in style. Takes away the second map. FaZe Clan, only 5 rounds. Just not able to get it done over there. And with that, we're going to have to go to a short break. We'll be back with Overpass very soon. FaZe can't be feeling too good.